So, I just started reading this book, New York Times bestseller, The Power of Habits: Why We Do What We Do in Life and Business. So, I started reading this book today. Um, Very interesting. It starts off basically talking about this guy named Eugene who lost his memory. I think it kind of started as a kid. He had fell off a bike or something. And had something going on with his brain as a kid, and as he grew older, he started having seizures and things of that nature. And then one time, he ended up having a seizure that caused him to have like a heart attack, which put him into a coma. He got out of the coma, but he just lost his memory of like the last 30 years, basically. And then for the most part, anything that's like in the present time, he can't remember it for more than so long. Like I think maybe a few minutes, and then he'll forget type shit. But they they basically they was trying to figure out, with him not having his memory, how is he able to do things that you would think would require memory to do, like waking up in the morning, brushing his teeth, or how to get to the kitchen and get the food he want, or how to, take a walk around the neighborhood. And the reason those things were in question was because when he was asked, well, what do you usually do in the morning? He didn't know. Or how, like, where's the kitchen? He can't tell you where the kitchen at, but he can get to the kitchen. Or, you know, it was just to the point where certain stuff, once he done did certain stuff enough, he ain't gotta remember it. It's just literally like his body go do it on its own type shit. So they was trying to really understand, like, is it possible for somebody to live I ain't gonna even say live strictly through habits, but how it's just they trying to figure out how much power does habit hold on people as a whole, like just even people that don't have memory loss and shit like that. Like how strong is your habit basically, and what are your habit cues and stuff like that. So they started experimenting on rats, right? But the experiment for the rats was like for them to get to some chocolate or some shit, right? So basically, it was like they start off behind a partition, and then they let it down or whatever, and then when they get to the end of the hall, they make a left or a right. Well, to the right is nothing. To the left is the chocolate. First few times that the mice or the rats did it, they would kind of, sniff out everything, try to see what's going on or whatever, of course. But then after a while, they realize, oh, the chocolate this way. And every time this thing click and this thing come down, I'm going straight to that chocolate because it's this way. So they put something on their brains too, though, to really get to see how their brain waves and stuff be moving. And then it literally showed that when the experiment first started, they waiting on that cue. That's when their brain, going the craziest. Then once the click happened, they relax because they know the habit. Once they get to the chocolate, their brain go crazy again because it's the reward, so they happy or whatever. Like, so boom, right? Go back to the old man, right? So he done basically at this point he know how to get to the kitchen on his own. You know what I'm saying? He know how to walk the whole, not the whole neighborhood, but he know how to take his little walk and stuff like that. But then they realized that if anything just so happened to be different, it's gonna throw him off. Like one day he went to go take a walk, but they had construction going on outside. He got lost. Neighbor had to, show him how to get home, or just something simple. Like if it's just anything different that could alter the habit, then yeah, it's gonna throw him off. But boom, so they ended up doing this other experiment with him where they had like, you know how you do the matching game where you flip the cards over and then you gotta flip two of the same cards over type shit. Well, it was something similar to that, but it was like 16 different items paired together in twos, I think. And basically, you flip one over, one of them gonna say correct, the other one gonna say incorrect. So at first he sucked. He couldn't do it at all. Then at some point he was able to get 85% correct. Then 95% correct. So boom. Once they started seeing him getting it correct, they started asking him, "How do you know which one to, pick?" And he like, "I don't know which one to pick, but my brain just, for whatever reason, telling me to pick this one." You know what I'm saying? Like, but mind you, he don't realize that that is the one. So the brain is getting in a habit of what? Getting it right. So your brain more so, I'm what I got from it is your brain more so creates a habit out of something that gives you that serotonin or gives you that high, that dopamine high, that gives you that completeness, makes you feel like you succeeded. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a reward that comes with habits. Like, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it be our bad habits that in our brain we done created some type of reward from it to where we blind by the actual, demise of it. You see what I'm saying? And that could be like for alcoholics, people that smoke cigarettes, people that do drugs in general. So, and this is just the first chapter, y'all. So I'm interested to see what else goes on in this book because it got me over here thinking like, what's my habits? Like I'm probably gonna think about what kind of habits I got, like write them down or something. Like I know a few of mine, you know what I'm saying? Some of them I don't want to speak of on here, but yeah, I got some habits of my own. Some good, some bad, some could be better, you know what I'm saying? And then recognize your good habits, you feel me? Don't just focus on your bad habits, focus on your good habits. Because maybe one of your good habits could replace one of your bad habits, because that's gonna be the key to it. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have to replace it or you know, relearn something different in place of because it did say that in the first chapter. It just ain't taught nothing about it yet. But very interesting book, man. I will be coming back to let y'all know what the second chapter like. I plan on reading the second chapter at some point today. I plan on reading 3 chapters a day. So y'all should hear about this book 3 times a day until I'm done. That's the goal. I'm trying to create my own new habit of reading literature and getting my literature up. You feel me? So y'all bear with me. Yeah, hopefully you know, hopefully this was some information that might help somebody, and maybe you might want to go buy this book and read it. But yeah, that's it for now, y'all. Peace, love, and all that good stuff.